What is up, you lovely people, and welcome to this League of Legends commentary. This time, I'm going to be playing Gragas and also going to be doing an RP giveaway. Of course, I mentioned that I was going to do that, so I'm going to do a $25 worth of RP giveaway. All you have to do to participate, very simple. Just like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, and just put a comment in the section below whether you want, future video. Just tell me if you like it or not, whatever. I just need a comment from you if you want to participate. So I'll be picking in the comments with a random generator a comment, and then you'll win. I'll send you the RP card throughout the inbox. And that's about it. So let's jump right into the video now that that part is done. I just want to mention also, I did mention when I first started this channel that I would not do giveaways because I thought it was a cheap way of buying subscribers. But actually, I changed my mind for one reason, because I've stopped thinking that it was like a way of buying subscribers. I think it's more of a way of thanking you guys for watching my channel and thanking you guys for all the feedback and all the motivation you've given me to continue doing this channel. Because without you, I wouldn't be doing those videos. If I was just doing them for myself, I don't think it would be that much enjoyable. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully this giveaway will help you continue watching my videos if that's what it takes. And I'm gonna be doing one every time I get 1,000 subscribers. So every 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving $25 worth of RP out on my video. So the winner will be announced in my next video, and that's it. Let's close that and let's jump right into the game. So here I'm playing Gragas mid. Start with Adorn's Ring and 2 health potions, because that's what you want to do when you play Gragas mostly. I'm going to be playing against another Gragas, which was kind of sad, honestly, that the person would pick Gragas when, he's not picked that much. But, you'll see the result is pretty good. I did check the elo of players on the other side. They were all platinum and 1 diamond. I can't believe, I think it was Alistair who was diamond. So pretty high elo, and my friends that I played with in this game are actually all silver and low silver. They're silver 5, silver 4. But they're doing very good, and that's why I enjoy playing with them a lot. So what I'm doing here is I'm just passively farming. You'll see I think I throw a bit too many barrels at the beginning of the video here, trying to farm. And if you play against someone that's melee, I'd recommend just maybe putting your barrels on your minions to zone them. So if they go farm like here, I should have put a barrel right there, and then just hit him with the barrel when he tries to farm. But you also want to try to last hit minions, just last hitting them with your basic attacks. Because if you just throw barrels all the time, you'll just become very fast with the Gragas, and it'll be very hard, once you get level 4 or 5 to stay in lane and try to farm. So I recommend, just manage your mana. Here we're just body slamming each other again. That was kind of a waste of mana. I shouldn't be poking him at all. I should just be farming. Because there's probably no way I'm going to be killing him 1v1 here in the lane. So Gragas here, first tip that I'm giving you in this video: try to play passive in lane, and don't throw your barrels just to damage the enemy. You should always throw your barrels to last hit minions, and if it happens to also hit the enemy that you're laying against, that's good. Unless you have a blue buff, then of course, throw them as much as you want. But I'm talking about, the level 1 to 6 in lane. Try to only throw barrels to farm minions and not to harass, because if you start trying to harass a lot, you'll see you'll just be very, very quickly, and that'll be bad. So just last hitting, doing pretty well here. And then Fiora ganks, but you can't do anything because I do have my buddy slam, so I can just buddy slam through the wall. So kind of a fail gank here. She just walked in lane, didn't miss anything from that. Gonna go back to farming. And so let's talk about the build here very quickly, because there's no action. I'm going to be building Athene's Unholy Grail, because that's a really, really good item on Gragas. Not only will it give you some really nice mana regen, it'll also give you some cooldown reduction. The magic resistance is amazing against most mids. And if you're playing against Zed, for example, or mid that's AD, and you're playing Gragas, might not be the best idea to rush Athene's Only Grail, because the magic resistance might not be as useful, but it's still a good item just to get the mana regen from it. I'm not sure. I've never actually tried, but maybe you could go Archangel Staff if you go against Zed or like an AD champion. If there's like no AP on the other side, which is very rare, but maybe I'd go for Sephiroth's Embrace or Archangel Staff, which is the same thing. But yeah, so here just farming passively. We got First Blood top lane, Hecarim doing some work. Now you'll see throughout this game, top lane is going to be feeding a lot of kills. I don't want to spoil anything, but this Jax is the only person in this group that is not with me. So we were 4 pre-made, and then this guy was the random guy. So my friends bot lane and the jungle are both, you know, IRL friends for me, you know, in real life friends. So of course, max your Q. I mean, on Gragas, you know, you want those barrels to do a lot of damage. And see here, there's actually an opportunity for me to kill the guy, but I ignite him right there. I shouldn't have ignited him. Actually, what I should have done is throw my barrel first and then ignite him, because I don't know if you guys saw, but I ignited him a bit too soon, which kind of tipped him off that I was trying to kill him. And if I only try to throw a barrel, he would have thought, oh, I'm gonna survive. He's just gonna keep walking, but he actually flashed it, so he dodged the barrel. I'm pretty sure if I threw a barrel first, then ignited, I probably would have gotten the kill because he wouldn't have flashed. So I go back. I do have a lot of money, I think. I got like, I can't remember how much I had, but I had enough for a Chalice of Harmony and another Doran's Ring, so I bought that. You might want to buy 3 Doran's Rings if you want to, but I don't think that's really the best thing. If you do have the money for like at least 1 Doran's Ring and then a Chalice of Harmony, do that. I think I had like, I don't know, 1300, 1500, I couldn't see. So I'm going back to lane, and this lane is going to be really much about farming and just, you know, we're not going to be harassing each other a lot. And the kills will mostly come from the ganks of our junglers. And so what I said when I was doing the video, actually I did record this, but my microphone was fucked up, so that's why I'm doing the live commentary over now. So yeah, the lane like this that's very passive, if you're playing against someone like, you know, Gragas, when you're Gragas, or, you know, there's a lot of other laners that are passive like Nidalee, or just like a lot of passive laners that won't try to kill you, you'll probably not find the kills that you want in your lane. So what you want to do is try to either harass your opponent out of lane. That's one option. If you can't kill them, then try to harass your opponent out of lane, or try to just push the wave a lot with your Qs and your Es and gank other lanes, because with your body slam on Gragas, you can cover a lot of distance kind of quickly. So that's good. I've played him a lot, and I've actually played him in ranks, and I've done pretty well with him. So I'm actually a pretty good Gragas now. I used to be a really bad Gragas, but I think he's a really fun champ to play, and I'm definitely trying to improve a lot on him. If you see, you know, mistakes from me in this video, that's, again, I'm not a professional Gragas player. I haven't played 100 games on him, but I do have a good amount of games, I guess. Maybe like 30 games on him. That's enough for me to kind of learn the champion. I haven't mastered him, of course, but I recommend trying him out, honestly, because he's really a lot of fun. And if you're someone who doesn't like to like have a lot of stress on you and trying to make plays all the time, Gragas is a really good champion for that. So here you see Fioris there. I'm going to go see if I can kill her at her head. I'm going to stay in the bush so that she doesn't see me, get my Drunken Rage for the extra damage, and then walk into the bush. Now look at what I do. I wait for her to actually get the red buff lower, and then I throw my barrel. I get the red buff. I slow her down, throw my ultimate, and she's dead. So I was not sure if she was going to smite it or not. Good thing for me, she didn't know I was in that bush, so she actually miss-smited, and I got the red buff, which allowed me to slow her down and throw my ultimate on her and kill her. So yeah, those little kill opportunities, you gotta take them whenever you see them. A lot of people they'll just watch their lane, and they won't ever notice the fact, like, for example, right here, I saw Fiora go do her red buff when she was pretty low on mana, and, you know, she didn't have that much HP, and I thought it was an opportunity for me maybe to get a kill, and I went there. And in the worst case scenario, I wouldn't have gotten a kill, but I was still gotten her red buff, maybe, and just push her out of jungle. And then what do I lose? Nothing, because mid lane's not really pushing at all. Maybe I missed like 3 CS, but it's still worth it. So my recommendation, another tip here: try to make plays, not necessarily mechanically, but with decision making. So the decision I made here to go and try to contest her red buff was a good one, and it allowed me to pick up double buffs and a kill. So here I see not Gragas, Alistar is trying to get away. Here's a really bad play from me, you'll see. So here I try to do the E flash combo to try to get the kill, but I missed it. So I kind of look like an idiot. But so what the combo is that instead of using your flash and then using your E, what you can do on Gragas is use your E and then flash on the person. We've seen a lot. If you watched Worlds, a lot of people did it on Gragas and on Shen. So what it does is that the animation of the spell keeps on going while you're actually flashing, and so you gain not only more distance, but you'll actually do a lot more. No, it's actually a lot harder to dodge for the enemy. That's what I meant. So yeah, if you use your flash, for example, and then you E, the animation of the spell of the E is very easy to dodge because it has a certain speed. But then if you use your E and flash afterwards, you can't really dodge a flash animation because it's instant. And so that's kind of the point behind doing that, like the E flash. Or you could E flash over, for example, if there's a minion wave, then you could like E and then flash over that actually hit the person behind their minion wave. Those kind of little tricks. I don't recommend trying to do these because, like you saw there, even if I'm a really good player, I still miss these a lot. I haven't practiced them though, but I don't really recommend them if you're trying to play a ranked game. If it's a normal and you're just trying to have fun, then go ahead and try it. If you can do it, it's really nice. So going back to lane, I did not even get the assist from that actually, so that's pretty retarded. My auto attack animation didn't go off when Alistar jumped on me. So you see, I just blew my flash for nothing in that case, and so my E flash combo was completely useless. Going back to lane, just farming, and I'm keeping an eye out on the bot lane because I see there's a lot of action going on there. They're being pushed, there are kills going on. So here there's Fiora waiting for me in the bush for no reason. I just hit her with a barrel, put a ward in there. I was gonna put a ward near her blue buff, but I guess she had other plans for me. So here just farming and just body slamming against Gragas. So far I'm actually ahead of him because I got a kill and he doesn't, and farm wise we're actually both very close. We're both farming very well. Over 100 farm by 12 minutes is really good. It's not pro, but it's pretty good. I'm a lot into trying to improve, and farming is something that you definitely should try to improve every game. Like, this is probably my biggest flaw when it comes to like mechanics and stuff like that. Farming is something that I do very badly for a Diamond 1 player, and Gragas is a champion, fortunately, that is very easy to farm with, and so it's fun to try to improve your farming abilities by playing champions like this. Just keeping an eye out on the minions and their health and all that stuff. So 117 farm by 15 minutes is not bad, and for me it's actually very good because I'm usually at like 90 at this point. Because I miss a lot, I do gank a lot, I roam a lot, and so again, pretty good farm for myself. And if you can get this much farm on Gragas, you should be very happy. If you can get more, then that's amazing. So I'm gonna recall in this bush. Actually, Sana's gonna get caught. I'm not sure. She's not gonna die. Actually, she's gonna get away from that. She played it pretty well. She used her exhaust and got away from it. I was pretty impressed. I was like, what? She didn't die? Looked at it. Nope. And even Hecarim goes in. Not going to get anything from this though. Again, so just farming. I got a kill there. Again, I'm a 2-0. I got a bit of farm, so I'm doing very well. And this is a slow game, but that's how Gragas works. You'll rarely get like a lot of early kills on Gragas because he doesn't have a lot of burst damage. He's mostly just like a poke champion. You'll just use your Qs to poke the enemy down, and if they're stupid enough to stay in lane, then you might actually get a kill with your ultimate. So here, keeping on farming, and my Q actually deals enough damage to one-shot the mage minions. I see Fiora here do her red buff. This time I'm not going to have time to go and kill her, so I'm just going to let it go. I see her go top. I didn't want to engage that. I thought, she had her ultimate. It was too risky for me to try to make a play on this one. So you see I didn't make it. I just go back mid, farm that minion wave, jump on Gragas, buddy slam, both each other. You're doing some Qs. And I'm doing a pretty good trade here because I am ahead of him. He only has Athena's Noble URL and 1 Doran's Ring. I do have 2 Doran's Rings. And so I have an extra Doran's Ring worth of gold. Which is not a lot, but it's still going to do the difference between him dying and me surviving. So I throw a barrel on the back line, and then I just auto attack the melees to try to kill them. And so here a really bad ult from Gragas, and that's what you want to not do when you play Gragas, is throw your ultimate prematurely. Like, you're just going to disposition your enemies, and you're not going to be able to kill them if you disposition them. Here you actually probably saved my life. If Fiora came in and did her ultimate and stuff, I might have died. But because he used his ultimate, didn't do that much damage at all. Look at that, I'm almost full. And he just dispositioned me. He just put me all the way across the lane, made it impossible for Fiora to gap close on me, and so it was an easy escape for me. I recommend using your ultimate on Gragas to execute enemies. The damage on your ultimate is very big, and people will often underestimate the damage. And if you can actually use it to execute enemies, that's probably the best way of using it. Or if you're sure that you can use it to actually disposition the enemy your way, that's a good thing. So here Fiora tries to fight me. I use my ultimate here because I know she has hers, and then I just use my buddy slam and kill her. The reason why I use my ultimate early is because I knew that if she used her ultimate, I wouldn't be able to use mine effectively. And so, for example, if she used her ultimate and I didn't use mine, then I would have had to use my ultimate after she used hers, and then use my E or any other spell. So what I tried is to do the maximum damage before she used her ultimate, and so that I could actually kill her after she came out of her ultimate, which is what happened. Pretty complicated way of thinking, but you know, it worked out for me, and I was pretty sure if I used my ultimate late, I would have actually died there, because she could have just used her ult to deny all the damage from mine, and then I wouldn't have time to use my spells after she came out of her ultimate. So here, Jack's been doing very bad top lane, but fortunately for him, Aurelia's going balls deep on him, giving him a shutdown under the turret. I was going to go top, then I see Mitz pushing, and Mitz been pushing a lot more than I have because he hasn't been roaming a lot, and I have. So look at my turrets actually going down slowly, but surely, and you'll see at like the 20 or like 22 minute mark, I'm not even sure the game gets there, but we'll see. Actually, my tower goes down slowly and slowly. It's not a bad tactic from Gragas, but I don't think it's like the best way of playing Gragas, but just pushing mid. I recommend you try to gank your lanes again. That was a pre-made, so I could, you know, synergize with my friends a lot better. I could tell them, you know, I'm coming bot lane, so prepare for that. But you should always be able to do that when you play Gragas. Just watching the map, keeping some map awareness, and looking at where you're going. And so I see Fiora here. Just defending my stun so she doesn't get killed. I don't want to go too deep into the enemy's line, so I just go back mid lane. Always keep your Drunken's Rage up. I know that it's kind of a mistake a lot of Gragas players do. They won't do it. They'll just like use it whenever they need mana. If you didn't know, your W actually will give you magic resistance, armor, give you extra damage on your basic attacks, like a lot of damage. It might seem retarded, but it's a lot of damage. And if you use your W before you use your E will deal significantly more damage. Here I actually wanted to steal the blue buff. She actually played that very well. She smite, and I couldn't use my ultimate in time to get it. But we're going to see if we can get the kill on her. And actually, jumping on her right here, using my Q ultimate again because it's Fiora. I don't want her to use her ultimate to deny my damage. I would do the same ultimates. For example, if I played against Kale, you don't want Kale to deny your damage from ultimate from using hers, because that's just retarded. It makes your ultimate completely useless. So try to use your ultimates a bit earlier if it's against a player or a champion, I mean, that cannot deny your damage. Like, again, there's a bunch of them, like Kale, Fiora, Master Yi could do it with Alpha Strike. Like, there's kind of a bunch of champions. Fizz with his E. So you want to surprise your enemies. You don't want to make your ultimates too obvious. Like, alright, you're low, now I'm throwing my ultimate, and that person can just dodge it very easily. So again, look at that farm, like 172 by 19 or about 20. That's pretty good actually. So keeping in farm, it's very easy with Gragas to farm. You just have to use your Q on the back line. You'll one-shot them, and then the front line you can just E and then use a barrel into it, and it'll kill them. Or just use one auto attack on each of them and then just use a Q. Also, one thing I wanted to mention, for those of you who didn't know about Gragas, which is very nice, is his E. His E works the following way. The damage from the E will be divided amongst all the targets that are hit by the splash effect of it. So if there are like 5 minions or 5 targets and you use your E, the damage will be very, very basic on all targets. But if there's only one target and you use your E on it, it'll deal the maximum damage to that single target, and it'll do a lot of damage, like a damage that people will not expect. So if you're alone versus someone in the jungle and you use your E on them, you can be impressed at the amount of damage that E can do, and that is the reason why I'm actually maxing my E second and not my W. Because the way I play Gragas is that I always try to use these, I use my ultimate there, again, just to disposition Gragas towards me, a bad flash here from me, but we got the kill, that was worth. Again, so I just use my my ult to disposition people, but my E deals so much damage, people are not awaiting, like, they're just like, okay, I can fight him, and then I use my E, bam, they lose like half their HP, and they're like, holy fuck. So yeah, it's a really, really good spell, and if you actually synergize it well with your W and give you the extra damage, it'll deal tons of damage, like Freak would say. And I'll be able to prove just that a bit later on when I go in the jungle. You'll see when I'm going to be killing Alistar a bit later in the jungle, and you'll see the amount of damage that E does to him. And I don't think he was expecting that. I was not even expecting it myself, and sometimes I've gotten first bloods from using my E at level 1, at level 3 under turret, and the person just dies like instantly. So just another thing to keep in mind, if you're in lane and you can actually land an E on the target, on the opponent, without any minions being near you, that's amazing. That means you'll see the damage will be just incredible. So here we go on Irelia. She's getting pretty fed here. I'm going to be landing a kill on her with my ultimate here and the help of Hecarim. Going to go back mid. Again, look at the turret. That's what I meant earlier on. It's getting pretty low, and it's, slowly but surely. And Gragas, if this kept on going, he would have gotten my turret, maybe in like another minute. So he was doing pretty well with his tactic. But honestly, I think my 304 proved that I was doing a lot better in terms of roaming and helping my team out. While he was just sitting mid lane and farming, and I think I was pretty much as farmed as he was, so he was not farming that well for someone who stayed mid the whole game. I also bought a blue potion, an elixir, because if you hit the 20-minute mark, elixirs are really good if you got the money for it. So if you're actually farming well, you got enough money, I recommend buying these blue elixirs on any mage. I use it on Nidalee as well now. It's very good past the 20-minute mark, because the higher level you are, the more AP it gives you. Sorry for that. And so yeah, it's very good after 20-minute mark. Before that, not that useful, honestly, because it doesn't give you enough AP. So when there's no action and you see lanes are pushing, bot lane's pushing, there's nothing to do. I just farm mid. There's nothing wrong in farming. You'll get a lot of gold from it, and so you don't necessarily have to always roam and be around the map, because that'll just deny your farm and also make the opponent easily push your lane down. And here's where I think I will do my E and kill Alistar, and you'll see, look at the damage, alright? Look at that. Bam, look at the E. That was like at least 300 or 400 damage on him, and then just used my ultimate for the insta-jib. And then he's dead, double kill right here, trying to chase that Lucian. He's going upwards. And I'm not sure why, but he actually decided to fight. You'll see. He'll jump through the wall right here when he was actually safe, and I just kill him. I don't know why he did that, but I get another kill there, and that's going to be it for them. They're really tired of getting killed by a fat Gragas, and it's going to be the surrender for them. And so we end up the game. I was 6-0 by the end of that game. There's the surrender, 4-1. And so that was it. That was my little Gragas commentary. Hopefully I gave you guys enough tips for you to go try him out, at least in normal games, and maybe if you got balls to go in ranked, do that. I recommend practicing this champion because he is amazing, and he has so much potential, and he is very easy to play. you know, at the very basic, just farm in your lane, play passively. Again, don't forget, don't spam your Qs too much, or you'll be and you'll become useless if you're playing against a ranged character. Just try to use your Qs on the minions, farm passively, stay in lane, and that's about it. If you can, then go roam and help your teammates. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.